Alan?
So I have a pandemic question. You have any on-topic questions? You guys go first.
Governor, with this new bond money, I mean, it's coming at a time when especially folks at Rutgers, the union, have been saying that there are significant facilities issues, things with leaky ceilings and things like that. At the same time, the school's spending a lot of money on athletics and on things like nap machines. I mean, do you
On what machines?
I mean, the Daily Targum reported that they're spending big money on these like so-called nap machines for athletes to sleep in. Is there any comment on how workers?
I've said this before. I mean, if you're a university of the scale of Rutgers, one of the finest public universities in the country, one of the biggest research institutions of higher education, it can't be either or. It's and both. So you have to find a way, obviously always transparently, always responsibly, but you've got to be able to do what we talked about today, having world-class facilities. And if you're in the Big Ten, you've got to be able to compete. And you have to be able to do both, and I think they can and will. Thank you. And again, I mentioned this inside, I'm not sure, I can't remember, I don't know, I saw it inside, but there are times when you bond and there are times when you don't bond. This is one of the ones you do, because you've got long-lived assets which you want to finance with long-lived obligations, and at the same time with near historically low interest rates. So this is exactly the right thing we should be doing. Overall indebtedness we manage like heck to bring down. We brought it down by tens of billions of dollars if you count all of our authorities over the past 4 years, but this is the time when bonding makes sense.
So you've said before that you moving back to one briefing a week is a sign that things are getting better.
Yep.
The Cali score on November 6th had just 4 counties in high rates of transmission. We're at the lowest number of people on ventilators since August. Is it time to wrap this up and say the pandemic's coming to an end and get back to normal?
I would love to say yes, but the numbers today are up. The hospitalizations are up now, back over 700, I think 741. I don't have the number off the top of my head. So unfortunately, no. Now we've got, by going down to 1 a week and addressing the pandemic through answering questions such as your good one at other events, it feels like the right rhythm for now. There's no one who's going to be happier than to take these to 0, I promise you. But unfortunately, and we're not immune to this, the other American states are seeing this, so we're still in it to some degree.
We're doing a profile on Molly Bonotto, your campaign manager. What did she bring to the team?
Well, that's a stark question. I think she's terrific. She had great experience. She had the sort of perfect best of both worlds, deep Jersey experience, especially running Mikey Sherrill's first win, and then national experience, among other things, Emily's List. She's smart, she's got a great personality. She had a lot of respect from the team, a lot of respect from the variety of interests that you deal with on a campaign, county chairs, other folks running in the coordinated campaign. I'm a huge fan. I think she was a game changer for us.
Just lastly, what will a step down from our current pandemic posture look like, and will it be spread out? You said it's not a light switch before.
Yeah, it's not a light switch. I don't know that I've got a good answer for you, but I think if we have more penetration quickly of the kids' vaccine, we'll be able to pull back on masks required in schools. I can't tell you when, but penetration of that is a big X factor there. We need more folks boosted. Our boosting is punching way under its weight. I don't think we're alone in that respect. You're seeing in Europe right now where the under boosting is causing raging numbers almost exclusively among unvaccinated. That's the case of infections in our state. So it's not going to be any one thing we'll point to, but please God, I want to get there as much as anybody.
Governor, in terms of facilities, like we're talking about today, where do talks with the SDA stand? Is that a lame duck priority at all?
No, it's a significant focus. I think we're going to have something on schools, school construction and financing later in the week. So hold that thought. It's been a good conversation from the get-go with the Speaker and with the Senate President, myself, and our teams. I wasn't trying to ignore you. I forgot you were there. Sorry.
Congratulations on your re-election.
Thank you.
You said that the problems with voting equipment in this year's election were not widespread, but the ACLU and League of Women Voters have said otherwise in court filings. You said there were only a couple of communities here in Middlesex County affected, but our research shows these issues impacted a majority of the Middlesex municipalities, and the county has not been able to certify the results yet. Do you know how many counties have certified the results on time, and What have you learned about these issues with the ES&S electronic poll books, and do you support using them again in the future elections, or should they be decertified?
I'll give you quick answers to some of, I don't have full answers for all this. Christine, if you could follow up with Charlie on the number of counties that were certified. I'm where I was originally, and I will say that this was not widespread. We absolutely will use those poll books again. I think it was in fairness to the workers. There was some training first time out, particularly converting from the early in-person voting regime to the day of game day on simple things like remembering to turn routers on. Folks, even where it did exist, the locations were able to fix those issues early in the day. So I would say I have great respect for the ACLU and other organizations. It was not widespread, and it was addressed early on Election Day. Thank you all.
Thank you for your time.
Take care.